How's it going, folks? I'm Des with DesFit, and this is the brand new Apple Watch Series 6 that adds blood oxygen monitoring, a new faster processor, as well as a brighter always-on display to the Series 5. And it also comes in this hot new blue color, which I'm particularly excited about. Oh, and the Series 6 isn't the only new Apple Watch that Apple just announced. So they also have the Apple Watch SE, and I actually have an Apple Watch SE Nike edition that's coming in later today. So make sure those notification bells are on to get a notification when that video comes out, hopefully later today. So in today's video, we're going to unbox the Series 6, we're going to set it up, we're going to check out that hot new blue color, and then I'm also going to take it out for a bike ride just to see how it initially performs. And then in a couple weeks, I'll have a full in-depth review of the Series 6 and how it performs in the sports and fitness capacity. So make sure to subscribe to get a notification when that video comes out. And if you're new to the channel, I'd encourage you to check out some of my past in-depth reviews just to see the level of detail I like to go into. Anyhow, without further ado, let's go ahead and get the Series 6 out of the box and check out this new hotness. And the box is going to be just a little bit smaller than the Series 5 and the Series 4 just because the Series 6 doesn't come with a little charging puck. Actually, hold on. I've got the boxes right over here. Oops. Oh, sorry. Box down. So I can't wait. Hold on. This is the Series 4. This is the Series 4 right here. This is Series 5. Those are going to be the same. Series 6 is just going to be a little slimmer. So I got the blue aluminum case with the deep navy sport band in a 44mm version. Whoa. Put this off to the side, and then we have the strap as well as the watch. So the strap, there's the strap. It comes in the medium large as well as the small band version. And the strap has a really nice looking stainless steel pin. So let's go ahead and put these aside for this moment and check out the watch itself. Ooh, that's nice. So it comes with an actual blue felt cover for the blue watch. These are just going to be in instruction manuals right here. And then it just comes with just the magnetic charging cable now. So it doesn't have the actual puck inside. So let's go ahead and slide this thing out. So before we turn it on, let's go ahead and check out this blue color really quick. So this is going to be the Series 6 44mm aluminum and ceramic case. Go ahead and install the bands really quick. And it just automatically turns on. Okay, so the pairing procedure, let's go ahead and pair a new watch. So it's going to ask for your wrist preference. I'm going to go right because I'll be wearing the SE on the left wrist. I'm going to go top with the crown orientation. And what's nice is that you'll be able to choose your text size. So watch this little slider. It'll actually change it on the watch live, which is pretty cool. And then you can choose to have bold text or not bold text. So it's going to ask you to enable the blood oxygen sensor. So the blood oxygen sensor, that is going to be brand new for the Series 6 over the Series 5, but other companies have had blood oxygen sensors out for quite some time now. But with Apple, basically, they may not be the first to party when it comes to a feature like this, but their implementations arguably are going to be very polished. And then Apple also talked about the new always-on altimeter, which is something that can be found on a lot of other watches. So Apple kind of sprinkled a little bit of extra marketing fluff for that feature, but they do have that new watch face that shows your altitude in real time, so that's pretty cool. And then on the all watches screen, there's actually a feature here where you can actually auto switch to switch between different watches. I'm actually going to be pairing the Apple Watch SE Nike edition with a different iPhone right here. So I'm not going to actually use that auto switch feature. And let's go ahead and check out the watch in detail. All right, so here's the new watch face. It has the date, the time, the weather information as well. Let's go ahead and check out the settings really quick. So with the display and brightness, we have, again, the always-on feature right here, which we can turn on or off. Let's go ahead and put it on, of course. So this is the medium-large strap that I have on right now, and I have about 195mm circumference wrist, and I'm actually having to use the second to smallest hole. So the timeout looks to be about maybe 5 to 10 seconds or so for the always on display to start enabling, but that is really bright. So that is indeed what I think they said 2.5 times brighter than the Series 5, which I guess, hold on, let's go ahead and compare that. All right, so here we go. I suppose it's maybe 2.5 times brighter. I don't know, honestly, it's kind of hard to tell. And then another big difference with the Series 6 is that the Series 6 is going to have the S6 processor, which is supposed to be 20% faster than the Series 5. So I never really had any issues with the Series 5s in terms of apps loading or animations being laggy, but I guess it is nicer that the Series 6 is going to be faster. And then speaking of faster, it is supposed to have the faster charging time. So you're supposed to be able to get a full charge out of it from empty in about an hour and a half, I think. And then in regards to the blue color, I like it a lot, to be honest with you. It's a really nice deep blue. It has a nice iridescence to it. The navy blue band matches it really nicely. I think it's a really great addition to the color lineup. All right, so the Apple Watch SE Nike edition still has not arrived. So I guess in the meantime, I'm gonna go out for a quick bike ride. So I think it's gonna be maybe an hour or two, but for you, I think it's just gonna be just like that. Okay, so I just got done with a quick bike ride and look what just arrived as I was taking a shower. So this is the Apple Watch SE Nike edition, but we're gonna save this watch for a little bit later. We're first gonna go ahead and dive in and see how the Series 6 performed in this bike ride. So I'm not only gonna go over GPS accuracy as well as heart rate accuracy, but I also wanna go over the altimeter, the always on display and how that actually looked outside, as well as battery life. So for battery life, I wanted to test how it would do with the always on display being on. So I started the ride with 88%, and at the end of the ride, which was about an hour and 15 minutes, it had 77% left. So it used about 9% of the battery per hour with the always on display being enabled. And I actually didn't have it paired with my phone at all, so it was using it as standalone GPS. And then for the always on display, it's much more obvious that it's brighter outside than inside. So glancing down, I'm able to see the display just a little bit better than before. So that's nice. And then when you raise your wrist, you can see the display in all its full glory. For heart rate accuracy, I compared the Series 6 to 3 other sources of heart rate. So I had a chest heart rate strap as well as an arm heart rate strap on each arm. So with this chart, the Apple Watch Series 6 heart rate is going to be in orange, but it's sort of hard to see that with the other data. So let's just hide the others for the moment so we can see how it looks on its own. Not too bad. But now let's go ahead and add in the HRM Pro chest heart rate strap. Well, that's incredibly close, even at the beginning of the ride where some heart rate sensors can take a little bit to lock on a heart rate. And then if we add in the 2 other heart rate straps, we see that the heart rate from the Series 6 is phenomenally close to the others. I mean, that's really good. However, I did notice at the end of the ride where there were just a few little drops in heart rate. It was just for a moment, but overall, I'm really impressed out of the heart rate on this road ride with the Series 6. For GPS, we see that the total distances lined up really well. The elevation was just a smidge less than the other test devices, but not super off by any means. And mountain biking is one of the primary activities that I like to do where there's going to be a lot of elevation changes, so I'll have a lot more data on the altimeter in the final review. If we take a look at the actual GPS tracks, again, the Apple Watch Series 6 is in orange, but you can't see it because it basically matches up perfectly with the other test devices. So let's zoom in on this section on the right so we can check it out in more detail. It's incredibly close to the other devices, even on these sweeping turns. The Apple Watch Series 5 in the previous generations, they had this tendency to kind of like sweep corners or kind of cut corners a little bit. And I didn't really see that with the Series 6, which was great. And it'll be really interesting to see if the SE is going to be just as accurate. If we take a peek at the left side of the map, again, really accurate, and I can't complain about the GPS accuracy at all. Oh, and then one more thing is the blood oxygen saturation sensor with the app. So let's go ahead and do a quick demo of that. So the SpO2 app is going to be this little white icon with a blue and red ring around it right here. So we're going to tap that. So it'll first say, here are going to be some tips that'll help you take a good measurement. Make sure your watch is not too low on your wrist and your watch band should be snug but comfortable. And then you want to keep your watch facing up and try not to move. Resting your wrist on the table can help, which I'm doing right now. There's a nice little animation and we're going to go ahead and press start. It's going to take 15 seconds. So basically it just says that my blood oxygen saturation level is at 98%. However, let's see how it compares to the Garmin Fenix 6 Pro Solar. So the Fenix 6 Pro Solar says I'm at 95%, so relatively close there. So that's just the first impressions and first ride report with the Apple Watch Series 6. And so far, I'm pretty impressed. And to be honest with you, I'm really digging this blue color. I think it's pretty dope. So now I'm gonna go ahead and quickly edit this video. And after that, I'm gonna go ahead and unbox the Apple Watch SE Nike Edition, go for a run with it, and then also give you that first run report in that video. Anyhow, if you liked the video, don't be shy about hitting that like button down below and also subscribing to the channel for plenty more Apple Watch videos as well as some other videos that are coming soon. But in the meantime, have fun out there and we will see you in the next video, which is coming really soon.